Sharon, you've shared with us that one of the dynamics that are, or a couple of dynamics that are shaping how we even expect and do church life that then are disaffecting and resulting in an evacuation of our churches or flight from our churches is that we treat community as voluntary, we treat religion as a specialization, and we understand ourselves as consumers, not citizens or people of faith. Okay, so you now have an obligation as a pastor of a church to walk with these good folks and try to shape a different attitude and a different aspiration. What would you do?
First, we have to change what we see. So the description of the world we in, that is us. It's not as if like it's an outside force that's done that to us. It actually is us. It's how we see and interpret the world. It's how we see and interpret the Bible. When we come to the word you in Scripture, especially in the letters of Paul, even if the context of that word is plural, we interpret it as singular. So how do you work with pastors and leaders of churches and ministries to help them see more than what they're seeing? The church growth model hasn't always been our best friend, that it's about the accumulation of people. But if this is a project where we're in this together, that's probably going to be small. And when our churches are driven by budgets that have to be sustained, and they probably actually become machines that need to continually have people brought in order to support. So I'm not actually bringing very good news for the large church institutions. I think it's much harder to do there. In my own church, small community, there's a sense of community and belonging that can happen because we actually just know each other and we have to do life together. So part of the shift is really changing what we see the project of church to be about. It's about shared identity and helping pastors begin to see with a new lens. And until that change happens, no change will happen in youth ministry or children's ministry. The box checking unaffiliated is going to stay on box. The generation that we're raising, the students I work with at Gordon College, you know what they want? They want authenticity. They want encounter with other. They actually want this space between you and me to be known, not put apart to have some spiritual experience. Now I'm not saying they have that all right, they need some nuancing alongside of it to understand, but we first have to change what we see when we look at scriptures and what we see when we think about the church itself.